show you how to make a bird feeder out of a recycled plastic pop bottle. It's pretty simple and it requires only a few supplies, so stay tuned to learn how to make this fun and cool craft. To make this simple craft, we just need a few simple supplies that you might have around the house. We will start with our plastic pop bottle. This bottle has been emptied, cleaned, and the label has been removed. And do make sure you keep the cap on the bottle. We will need paint. I chose red, white, and blue because I love a patriotic summer yard ornament, as well as a paintbrush. Some twigs. I just gathered these from my yard, and this is going to help us make a little birdie perch on our bird feeder. A permanent marker as a guide, a pair of handy scissors, a box cutter, and a piece of string so that we can hang it up. So, taking our permanent marker and our plastic bottle, we're going to get started. We're going to keep this just intact as one piece, but what I want to do with my permanent marker is draw a guide on the plastic bottle for how large I want to make the bird opening, where our little birds can get in and get their seed. I don't want it to be too low because I want to make sure I get enough seeds in there. I don't want it to be too high because the birds will never get down to the bottom. So I'm thinking I'll have my bottom somewhere around here. I'm gonna make it, and this is just a rough guide, so don't stress too much. Down here, I'm gonna have it wide. I'm gonna draw a little keyhole coming to the top. So now we've got our guide created. So now that we have our guide drawn, we're going to pick up our box cutter. Make sure that you're using this very carefully and with a lot of caution. If you need it, make sure you have a parent around to help you with this part. So I'm going to take my plastic bottle and my box cutter, and I'm going to puncture the bottom here and kind of cut along that line that I drew. And do be sure to be very cautious with this. The plastic is quite thin. I'm just going to get it going here. And I actually prefer using the scissors, so now that I have this cut partially, I'm going to set that down, and then I'm going to pick up my scissors and finish the job, just because I feel like I have a little bit more control with the scissors. Okay, so now we have our opening all set and ready to go. If it looks a little rough on an edge, feel free to take care of that with your box cutters or with your scissors. Just make sure to use caution. Now we are at the fun part of this craft where we get to paint our bird feeder to make it look exactly like we want it to. So I'm going to be making mine look like an American flag, kind of like the photo at the beginning of this video. So the top portion I'm going to be painting blue and put white stars, and the bottom portion I'm going to be painting red and white stripes. So I have let my bottle dry overnight, and now we're going to paint on our stars. And I just want to show you the quick and easy way that I did it. I took a paintbrush. Don't worry, the blue is dry. I'm dipping it into the white paint, and then I'm just going to create a star shape just using the lines of the paintbrush.
Don't worry about being perfect. Anything you do is beautiful. Okay, so there's a quick and easy way to do a star, and then you'll just put it all around on this blue so it looks like an American flag. So now I have painted on all of my stars. Doesn't that look fun? I love it. And now we need to make a little perch so that our birds can get in to eat the seeds. And what I did was I found a twig in the yard. I wanted it to be big so that maybe a couple birds can get on here at once, but really whatever you find will work. And we need to just glue it on to our bottle right about here, just at the opening. And I'm using hot glue, so I am going to just put a pretty good glob there onto the bottle. If you don't have hot glue and you'd like to use another glue, Gorilla Glue might work good for this. Just a good strong glue. I'm gonna hold my stick down on there until it dries. And there you go. A little perch for our birdie friends. All right, now that we have our little birdie's perch, our last step is to take a piece of string, one that can get wet and still be strong, and tie it just around the top here. Whichever knot you prefer, I'm just gonna do one just like that. Okay, and then you can hang this from a tree, you can hang this from a shepherd's hook in your yard. All you'll do is add your bird seed in there and enjoy your new bird neighbors.